Very good. What are we doing today?
Well, I think we're going to ride over to Trout Lake, have some lunch, and then we'll ride up to Takhlakh Lake, do some fishing, and then there's another lake further up, and maybe do some fishing there. But right now we're getting eaten by mosquitoes, and we need to get moving.
I agree.
These things, ow! These things are terrible. Let's do this.
This is my first bike fishing trip, and actually it's the first time I've ever gone fishing as an adult. I've always romanticized about the idea of going to some alpine lake or stream and catching a fish and cooking it over a fire. Anyway, Rob conjured up this route, and we've ridden some stretches of it together before. There's a few stops along the way like Arnold Ice Cave and Trout Lake. We stopped at a little cafe in Trout Lake and had some breakfast, on the way there and on the way back.
Roughing it today.
Oh yeah. There's some decent climbing on this route, but a lot of it's on tarmac. That makes a big difference and the miles end up going fast. Despite being on tarmac, the roads weren't heavily trafficked and the ride's really scenic with great views of Mount Adams. It's pretty enjoyable riding in my opinion. Takhlakh Lake is beautiful, with jaw-dropping views of Mount Adams. We really lucked out with the camping situation. We were anticipating that the campground would be full, but to our surprise, there were several spots.
If I catch a fish, I'm a big-time fisherman. If I don't catch a fish, well, you know, there were no fish. There were no fish in the lake.
After setting up camp and getting a how to fish crash course from Rob, we set off with the goal to catch some fish. We ended up hitting several spots along the lake, and we only really got one good bite, and I let it get away.
Oh, I just let it go.
Oh!
Rookie move.
Well, what does a successful fisherman drink at the end of the day? Some
Rose bubbles. Rose bubbles.
Some pink bubbly.
Wasn't successful. It got away.
We should go around and see if anybody will sell us some more beer.
He's so drunk. I can't believe it again.
We actually felt like we had time to chill out and relax at camp on this trip. And that's not always the case on roads. The next morning, we broke camp early and figured to try our luck again. We spent about 15 minutes doing more fishing, no catching. I can see how this could get addicting. I'm looking forward to doing another trip like this. The ride's just an out and back, so we had a lot of fun descent on day 2. Overall, I'd call my first bike fishing trip a success. I didn't catch fish, but I had a lot of fun.
Alright, just made it back to the car. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and Rob's bombing down the hill. So I'm gonna go catch up to him. I got the bike loaded up, and it's a great ride. A little bit toasty, and first trip this year where there's been a lot of bugs, and I got sunburned. Ooh. Yeah, I need to get out of here. Good ride. There's Parker.
I learned a couple of things this weekend.
What's that?
I'm a terrible fisherman. I'm an okay cyclist, but I'm a great beer drinker. Cheers. Fun weekend.
Yeah.
It's the best beer I've had all day.